So it's been a few days since we had some football talk on this channel. Welcome back, Booyah Gang, to our beautiful football news, football talk, football in your boy's opinion. And today we got some, oh my God, England has a chance at the World Cup. Skills, don't get ahead of yourself. All right, Booyah Gang, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Maybe we're not going to all of a sudden say they have a chance at the World Cup, but let's just say their chances are getting much better after what we're seeing in Europe. Before we go any further, could you smash a big old thumbs up on this video? Can we reach 7,000 likes? And all my English EPL supporters out there, whether you're a Spurs fan, a United fan, a Liverpool fan, a Man City fan, let's just all take a second and say what we saw today in the Champions League. Today for me, yesterday for you guys. Was pretty big. So we had a Spurs side that went to Italy, into the old ladies stadium, Juventus Stadium, a very hard place to win, and tied 2-2. Okay, that's a win for them as 2 away goals in the Champions League. And you had Man City go away to Basel and win 4-0. Now, this is a game that I expected Man City to win, but Basel is a team that came out of United's group and actually played all right against United the 2 times they played them. So, with all that being said, let's start off with Spurs. I want to give you some quick things real quick that you should know. Spurs goes into Juventus Stadium, and this is why I say, yo, maybe England has something to really be happy about going into the World Cup. Eric Dyer looked very good out there. The boy Harry Kane looked outstanding. And obviously their best player doesn't play for England. And then he goes by the name of Eriksen. Man, this kid was amazing. But before we go any further, Spurs, 12 shots, Juventus, 9. 5 shots on target for Juventus, 6 for Spurs. Then possession, 67% possession for Spurs at the old ladies stadium in Italy. Now, Juventus, obviously a team known for their defensive work rates, known for how well they defend, but they go up 2-0 10 minutes into the game and somehow managed to not hold on, which means Spurs played out of their mind. And this is massive news for not only England as a World Cup, but England as a country. Because let's be honest, man, as a supporter of the EPL, you guys have sucked on every level when it comes to European football. But Skills, did you not see the way United won the Europa League last year? My guy, United winning the Europa League is not a big deal because United are a massive club. That's like saying Real Madrid winning the Europa League. No one cares, okay? When a team like, Spurs, not even Spurs, when a team like Sevilla, Benfica, these teams win the Europa League, you're like, yo, that's a good competition to win because they don't have the money invested in their teams like United. I'm not taking nothing away from United. Obviously, them winning that was good because they didn't win much stuff last year, so winning that was massive. I think they got like a couple league cups over there, but winning that was massive for them to get back to winning ways. But realistically, no United fan was like, oh my God, they won the Europa League. They were just happy they won something, but everybody knows what the Europa League means to United. United needs to be winning the Champions League. United needs to be winning the league, okay? So yes, when you talk about European stage, England has not been good, especially in the Champions League as of late. But you got Spurs walking into the old lady's house and handing them the business. 67% possession, bro. Okay, 60. They won in every category. They made less fouls. They got less yellow cards. Red cards were equal. They even had less offsides. They had the same amount of corners. The only place that they were equal was on corners where both teams had 5. They had less fouls, more possession, more shots on target, more shots in general. They outperformed Juventus massively. And this is only good news for teams like England going into the World Cup. You have one of the best number 9s, if not the best number 9 in the world right now, playing for you. I think the only other I think the guy that's leading the top, like in Europe right now for this calendar year might be like Jonas. Jonas for Benfica is like scoring some stupid amount, but again, that's the Portuguese league, and you guys know how that goes. So you have the best number 9 goal scoring machine, big boy Harry Kane, okay? Instead of when you talk about the top leagues, you got this absolute monster. I think Suarez is coming back on, but that's for another conversation. You have Eric Dyer playing good football, and then you look over at Man City. Now, Man City, how many English players they actually have playing for them? Actually, let's quickly look at both teams' lineups. That would actually be the first thing we should do. So Juventus came out Obviously, let's talk about this one. So they had Davis, who I believe is from England. The center backs, REA, none of them from England. Dembele, not from England. Eric Dyer from England. Dele Alli from England. And Harry Kane. 3 English players started. And on the bench, you had Danny Rose. So you have pretty much 4 or 5 English players with you. And every English player on this lineup, Dele Alli had an absolute fantastic game. Harry Kane was outstanding, scored against a very good defense. Davis played okay. And Eric Dyer had a beast game, if you ask me. This is big news for England. You're having 4 players coming from a team that's doing well in the Champions League, playing good football, coming to your team with the chemistry they have already if they all get called up. Absolutely wonderful for England's World Cup chances. Now let's flip the script to Man City. They got the job done. They went to Basel, they won 4-0, and man, they had 75% possession. This is not numbers you say often for English teams. This is how you know the EPL's in the right direction. 75%, I don't care if it's Basel. Okay? I don't care who it is. 75% possession. That means Basel had 25. And also, Spurs had 67 against the old lady. Both English teams outpossessed their other teams. You look at this, right? Let's check out the lineups real quick. There was 3 starters, right? Dele Alli, Davis. 4 starters for England or English on that team. And now you look at Man City, you had Sterling, that's the 5th one. You had Delph. Delph played left back. Wow, that's interesting. That's 6. Walker, that's 7. And I believe that's it. So 7 players played for these teams. And these are teams that are playing at a high caliber. These are teams that are playing good football, possession football. And this is exactly what England needs. They are getting football on the highest stage. And I think this is big news for England. But more importantly, we're not speaking about England. We're speaking about Man City. I see this team making the finals, man. Semi-finals or finals. They have to be, yo. I know it's only Basel, and you're going to say this and you say that. Listen, bros. Basel was set up and a 3-back, but realistically 3-4-2-1, which means they're left backs, they're left mids, right mids, they're pushing heavily back. It's a lot of people back. Obviously at 25% possession, they were all behind the ball. They easily put in 4 goals. They were outstanding. Agüero, Sterling, Bernardo Silva started. He got himself a goal as well. You had Gundogan, who picked up 2. Fernandinho, KDB, who got subbed off. Delph off the Mendy company, Walker, and then the big boy Ederson in goal, which has been an absolute great signing. Danilo came in. Stones didn't even touch the field. That's another Englishman right there. Leroy Sané came in. David Silva came in. This team I see making the semifinals, if not the finals. I look around Europe and I try to find a team that's playing such good football as Man City. And the reason I think they make it so far, because 2 of the biggest teams right now that are competing for the Champions League, I would say, that can obviously rest players when it comes to the league is Man City and Barcelona. So when you look at those teams, they pretty much, unless it's a massive game, they can rest players. And that's why I think these teams have massive chances. They both have great coaches. Obviously, you guys know about Guardiola. And you look at those teams and you look at them and you go, well, in the league, they're so far ahead that they don't have to focus so much on the league. That takes pressure off of that. They can rest players. There's not that many teams. United can't rest players. Spurs can't rest players. Real Madrid definitely can't. I mean, they kind of can rest players because they're out of everything over there, but I'm pretty sure they don't want to rest players because they got to get at least top 3, top 2. So they don't want to rest players that much, but they can. They don't really want to, though. So most of the top teams can't rest players. I'm not sure how Bayern's doing over there, but when I look at this for the first time in a long time, we could see an English team do extremely well in the Champions League. And obviously, if I had to put my house on someone, I'm putting it on Man City over Spurs. Although Spurs really showed me something today against the old lady, man. That's not an easy place to play. It's not an easy team to beat. It's not easy at all. So I just want to say shout out to England. A shout out to England for having a star like Harry Kane. Shout out to the English fans of the EPL because you guys are performing on the European stage, which is something we haven't seen for many years. Tomorrow's games or today's games, we're going to see how Liverpool performs against FC Porto. Very interesting game. Porto's playing pretty good in the league this year. A good team. I gotta say they're fast. They're very fast. So Liverpool's back line, if they're not up for it, man, they're gonna get burned. They got Obama. They got what's his name? Abubakar. They got speed. They got speed for days. They're built very fast this year, so they're going to cause a lot of backline trouble to Liverpool. So Liverpool better play a possession game or they could be in trouble. And the game is at Porto tomorrow, so I think there might be a tie there. Then the PSG Real Madrid game. So I'm going to say a 2-2 tie. Liverpool and Porto, 2-2 tie. And I think Madrid, man. I think Madrid's going to 4-1 PSG. A lot of people are going to laugh at me. But let me explain something. Cristiano Ronaldo has no chance at the Ballon d'Or right now. No chance. The team has been awful. He has been awful. And if he wants a saving chance of winning the Ballon d'Or, if he wants anything to go right, he must make the Champions League finals, and he must take Portugal as far to the finals of that World Cup as he possibly can. He must carry these two teams if he wants even a skin of his anything to possibly get the Ballon d'Or. So Cristiano Ronaldo has to completely ball out against PSG and eliminate them. I think tomorrow's either going to go 4-1 to Madrid, or I think it's going to be a 4-2 on aggregate to Madrid. Again, PSG is a fire team. Neymar is a fire player, but I just think that Ronaldo needs this more than anything because they're out of it in the league. They have no chance. He has no chance at the Ballon d'Or right now with the way Messi's been playing. So the only chance this man has of being better than Messi again is to win the Champions League, or at least to make the final, and then to outperform everyone at the World Cup. And then you can have a strong argument of him at another Ballon d'Or. Everyone will forget about what he did in La Liga as long as he can do the Champions League and do the World Cup. I'm not saying he has to win the World Cup, but if he wins the Champions League and goes very far with the European champions, Portugal, at least semifinals, he could be looking at another Ballon d'Or. So tomorrow, I think Ronaldo shows up and Madrid wins big, and Ronaldo probably bags a hat trick. I'm just saying, it's kind of what I think. Anyways, today's video was talk about the Champions League results and what I thought about them. I did not watch the Man City game. I watched the Spurs game. Man, I gotta say, man, Eriksen was something special to watch, man. That kid was all over the field, making great plays, looking smooth on the field. You know, I gotta say, Spurs look favored to me. Juventus gonna go over to, Wembley now, and with the way that Spurs dominated, I don't know if Juventus are going to be too confident. Now, let's say Juventus did not have a lot of players. They were missing a lot of their best players. We know that. But even with that being said, to go into Wembley, all Spurs have to do is make sure they tie 1-1, 0-0, 2-2. They go to extra time. So I don't think it's going to be easy to beat Spurs, man. I don't think it's going to be easy. Let me know what you guys think the results for tonight's games will be. The Porto-Liverpool game and the Real Madrid-PSG game. Let me know down below what you think is going to happen, who's going to score, if you think I'm crazy about the PSG thing, because I think a lot of you guys will. And that's my conversation for today. Shout out to England football, man. Shout out to the EPL. Shout out to the greatness that you got. Great day of European football for you guys, man. And good luck. Good luck going forward. Good luck in the World Cup, and good luck, it's good, man. It's good to see, what I consider the best league in the world performing in the European stage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's the news for today. 4-0 to Man City, 2-2 to Spurs against the old lady Juventus. It's been your boy Skills. Big old thumbs up. Subscribe. More football talk tomorrow. Probably going to review the games from today. Maybe, possibly. We'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching, though. Booyah.